8 proven ways to finally lose belly fat. Losing fat is one of the biggest goals for most people who go to a gym. If you're over 50, you've probably noticed it doesn't come off like it used to. Workouts feel less effective, and belly fat becomes extra stubborn. Spot reduction is a myth. You can't target belly fat with crunches because fat comes off systemically, not locally. And for people over 50, the belly is usually the last place to shrink. That's why you need a smarter, full-body, hormone-conscious approach. In this video, we'll show you 8 proven strategies. No gimmicks, just science. And trust me, strategy 6 is the one you absolutely can't afford to miss. It's the silent saboteur of fat loss that almost everyone overlooks. But once you fix it, results can come fast. The strategy number 1 is to increase NEAT, short for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. It's a fancy term for all the calories you burn outside the gym. Think walking the dog, standing while working, doing chores, or even fidgeting. Daily movement can account for up to 15 to 30% of your total daily calorie burn, and here's the kicker. It's often the first thing to drop when we get older or more sedentary. The problem? Most people focus only on their workouts, which might burn 300 to 500 calories, but ignore the other 1,000 plus calories they could be burning just by moving more throughout the day. That's a huge missed opportunity. The fix: start small. Take phone calls standing. Set a timer to get up and move every hour. Park farther away. Take the stairs. These tiny shifts add up. In fact, studies show that people with high NEAT levels can burn up to 2,000 more calories per day than those who sit all day. So if fat loss has stalled, the answer may not be another workout, it might be moving more outside the gym. Daily movement isn't optional. It's a fat loss amplifier, especially after 50. Your metabolism's heating up now, but skip what's next, and that fire could fizzle fast. Because this next strategy is where calorie burn quietly multiplies. Coming in at number 2 is something most people think they're doing right: protein intake, but most are falling short without even knowing it. Protein isn't just for building muscle, it's critical for preserving lean mass, keeping you full longer, and supporting fat-burning hormones like glucagon and growth hormone. Here's the deal. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at using protein. That means the old 1 egg and toast breakfast doesn't cut it anymore. For fat loss after 50, you need at least 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you weigh 160 pounds, that's 130 to 160 grams daily, spread out across 3 to 4 meals. Getting this right helps regulate appetite, prevent muscle loss, and improve metabolic rate. All essential for stripping off stubborn belly fat. And no, it doesn't mean you need to chug protein shakes all day. Think chicken, Greek yogurt, eggs, lentils, cottage cheese, real high-quality sources. Dial in your protein and everything else starts working better. Training becomes more effective. Recovery speeds up. Hunger drops. And most importantly, fat loss gets easier. Now that you've primed your fat-burning engine with protein, it's time to hit the accelerator. Miss this next move and you'll stall just when results should surge. Next is the number 3 on the list, and this is where most people unknowingly stall, is learning to train with intensity, not volume. Especially after 50, the days of spending hours in the gym doing endless sets are over. Not only is that counterproductive, but it can also increase cortisol and joint inflammation, making fat loss even harder. The key? Train harder, not longer. Instead of 90-minute sessions packed with 5 sets of everything, focus on 30 to 45-minute workouts that push you to true muscular fatigue. Use compound lifts, squats, presses, rows, and keep rest periods short. This style spikes your heart rate, elevates post-workout calorie burn, known as EPOC, and stimulates growth hormone release. All crucial for burning fat and maintaining muscle. Studies show that intensity-based training leads to more fat loss and better muscle retention compared to high-volume routines, especially in older adults. So cut the fluff. Prioritize quality over quantity, and you'll see better results in less time. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. And intensity is what moves the needle. You just cranked your body into high gear. Muscles torn, hormones activated. But skip this next step and that hard work won't stick. Recovery is where real fat loss happens. At number 4, we hit one of the sneakiest fat loss killers out there: sleep. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it disrupts hormones that regulate hunger and fat storage. Just one bad night can elevate ghrelin, your hunger hormone, drop leptin, your fullness signal, and increase cortisol, your body's fat-storing stress hormone. Here's why this matters. If you're sleeping less than 7 hours a night, your body is basically in survival mode. It holds on to fat, craves sugar, and slows recovery. Even worse, you're more likely to skip workouts or snack impulsively the next day. Improving sleep quality starts with the basics. No screens, 60 minutes before bed, keep your room cool and dark, and aim to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. A consistent sleep routine trains your brain and body to reset, repair, and burn fat more efficiently. Fat loss doesn't happen when you're grinding, it happens when you're recovering. Prioritize sleep, and your metabolism, hormones, and energy will all shift in your favor. Ignore it, and no diet or workout can fully make up for what you're missing overnight. You've rebuilt fat-burning momentum while you slept, but miss this next step and you'll stall before you even start your day. But hold for 1 second and subscribe to your channel to stay updated with our latest videos. It's all about health and fitness, especially for people beyond 50. Clocking in at number 5, this strategy is as simple as it is powerful. Walk after every meal. It sounds basic, but the impact is massive, especially for those over 50 who struggle with stubborn belly fat. A short 10-minute walk after eating can improve blood sugar regulation, lower insulin spikes, and enhance digestion, all of which are key players in fat storage and energy balance. Why does it work? After a meal, your body naturally experiences a rise in blood glucose. If that glucose isn't used, it's more likely to be stored as fat. But walking immediately after eating helps shuttle that glucose into your muscles instead of your fat cells, keeping your body in a fat-burning zone. Studies even show post-meal walks are more effective at controlling blood sugar than medication for some people. Plus, these short walks reduce bloating and improve mood. 3 10-minute walks a day equals 30 minutes of low-impact fat-burning movement without stepping foot in a gym. So instead of flopping on the couch after dinner, take a light walk. It's one of the easiest, most effective hacks for long-term fat loss you're probably not using yet. You've finally turned food into a fat-burning weapon. But skip this next step and your body could still be stuck in storage mode. Coming in strong at number 6 is a strategy most people never consider. Balance your cortisol levels. Cortisol, often known as the stress hormone, plays a vital role in your body's metabolism, inflammation, and fat storage. But when cortisol levels stay elevated due to chronic stress, poor sleep, overtraining, or even undereating, your body enters a fat-storing mode, especially around the belly. Here's the truth. You can train hard, eat clean, and sleep decently, but if your cortisol is constantly spiked, fat loss will feel impossible. That's because cortisol increases blood sugar and insulin, suppresses testosterone, and breaks down muscle, all of which make belly fat more stubborn. For people over 50 who may already be dealing with hormonal shifts, ignoring cortisol is a huge mistake. The fix? Start with simple stress reducers: deep breathing, meditation, short nature walks, journaling, or even 10 minutes of silence before bed. Adaptogens like ashwagandha or rhodiola can also help regulate stress response. And make sure you're not pushing workouts too hard. More is not always better. When cortisol is balanced, everything else works better. Your hormones align, cravings drop, and fat finally starts to come off, especially in the belly. This is one strategy you cannot afford to overlook. You've learned to manage your stress, but miss this next move and your body could burn through muscle instead of fat. Let's talk about number 7. Lift weights to preserve muscle mass. If you're over 50, your muscle tissue is already under attack. Age-related muscle loss, called sarcopenia, starts creeping in as early as your 40s, and it accelerates with each passing decade. Why does this matter for fat loss? Because muscle is your body's most metabolically active tissue. It burns calories even at rest. The less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism. Weight training isn't just for bodybuilders. It's your insurance policy against age-related fat gain. When you lift weights, especially compound movements like squats, presses, deadlifts, you signal your body to hold on to lean muscle even while in a calorie deficit. That means more fat burned, less muscle lost. Plus, strength training improves insulin sensitivity, boosts testosterone and growth hormone, and helps correct posture. All critical for people in their 50s and beyond. Aim to lift at least 2 to 3 times per week. Focus on progressive overload, gradually increasing the weight, reps, or sets. Combine that with protein and recovery, and you'll keep your muscle, strip fat, and look younger, not just skinnier. You have prevented your muscles, but if you don't blend this with the next strategy, your body won't go into intense fat-burning mode. And finally, strategy number 8, the last but by no means least, is to use smart intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting isn't just about skipping breakfast. It's a metabolic tool that helps your body become more efficient at burning fat by optimizing insulin sensitivity and enhancing cellular repair. Here's the thing. As you age, your insulin sensitivity drops, meaning your body stores fat more easily, especially around the midsection. But when you practice intermittent fasting strategically, such as a 16-8 window, 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating, you give your body more time in a fasted state where fat burning is prioritized. But it has to be smart. That means not just pushing through hunger, but ensuring your eating window includes high-protein, nutrient-dense meals, staying hydrated, and avoiding binging when your fast ends. Combined with resistance training and quality sleep, intermittent fasting becomes a force multiplier for fat loss, not just a diet trend. And here's the kicker. Studies show fasting can boost growth hormone, reduce inflammation, and enhance longevity. It's not about starving, it's about giving your body space to burn what it already has. This is the final strategy. But if done right, it could be the most transformative one of all. Just remember, no workout or hack can outpace a bad diet. Fat loss starts in the kitchen and nothing works without consistency. If you've made it this far, you've already done what most people won't. You took control. Now keep that momentum going. Your next move? Keep learning. Keep evolving. Watch the next video to build on this progress, because you're only one strategy away from unlocking the results you've been chasing.